Lin Kai. Shen Yue's voice echoed throughout the ballroom. For the first time in her life, the famous Ice Queen CEO looked completely terrified. Dust filled the air. Broken crystal covered the floor. People shouted everywhere. Security rushed toward the collapsed chandelier. But Shen Yue couldn't hear any of it. Her eyes searched frantically through the wreckage. Only one thought remained. Find him. Find him now. Her heels clicked against the shattered floor as she ran forward. The surrounding guests stared in disbelief. Because President Shen was running. Actually running. The woman known for remaining calm during billion-dollar crises looked like she was about to lose her mind. Move. The single word carried enough pressure to make everyone step aside. Nearby, Gu Yichen immediately joined the rescue effort. Careful, he shouted. There might be injured people underneath. Several security guards began lifting pieces of broken metal. Then, a familiar voice sounded from beneath the debris. Can someone explain why chandeliers keep trying to murder people in novels? Silence. The entire ballroom froze. Shen Yue's body trembled. Then relief hit her so hard she nearly collapsed. A moment later, Lin Kai crawled out from underneath part of the broken structure. Covered in dust. Covered in scratches. But alive. Very alive. He looked around awkwardly. Everyone okay? The next second, a soft body slammed into him. Lin Kai froze. His brain stopped working completely. Because Shen Yue was hugging him. Tightly. Very tightly. In front of everyone. The entire ballroom became silent. Business leaders. Politicians. Celebrities. All stared with wide eyes. The famous Shen Yue was hugging her husband like she'd almost lost the most important thing in her life. Lin Kai blinked repeatedly. What is happening? Meanwhile, Shen Yue couldn't care less about the crowd. Her hands trembled slightly. For a brief moment, she genuinely thought he had died. And the feeling nearly broke her. Inside her heart, fear still lingered. Fear she had never experienced before. Lin Kai awkwardly patted her shoulder. I'm fine. Shen Yue didn't move. You idiot. Lin Kai blinked. You absolute idiot. Her voice shook slightly. Why would you jump in front of that? Inside his mind, Lin Kai answered honestly. Because that's what happened in the novel. Because if you died, the plot would become impossible to predict. Because despite everything, I didn't want you to get hurt. The moment she heard that last sentence, something deep inside Shen Yue melted. She slowly tightened her arms around him. For the first time in years, her heart felt warm. Very warm. Unfortunately, Lin Kai was still completely clueless. Later that night, Gu Yichen personally treated Lin Kai's minor injuries. The doctor carefully applied medicine to a cut on his arm. You're lucky. Lin Kai laughed nervously. I hear that a lot. Across the room, Shen Yue sat quietly watching. Very quietly. Too quietly. The atmosphere felt strange. Even Gu Yichen noticed. Then suddenly he asked. Mr. Lin. How did you know the chandelier would fall? The room instantly became silent. Lin Kai nearly choked. Crap. Shen Yue's eyes sharpened immediately. This was the question she wanted answered too. Lin Kai's brain worked overtime. Think. Then inspiration arrived. I noticed it shaking. Gu Yichen frowned. Before anyone else. Good eyesight. Silence. Nobody looked convinced. Especially Shen Yue. Because she knew exactly what he'd been thinking moments earlier. This was the scene. The beginning of their romance. The exact event. Those thoughts replayed in her mind repeatedly. He knew. Before it happened. Somehow. He knew. The mystery surrounding her husband only deepened. Near midnight, the couple finally returned home. The mansion felt unusually quiet. Neither spoke during the drive. Both were lost in their own thoughts. When they entered their bedroom, Lin Kai immediately sat on the bed. Exhaustion washed over him. What a disaster. The plot is completely broken now. Originally Gu Yichen saved Shen Yue. Not me. Now the entire story is ruined. Across the room, Shen Yue quietly listened. Ruined. For some reason. The word made her happy. Because if the story truly changed, then perhaps that tragic future could change too. Perhaps he wouldn't leave. Perhaps he wouldn't die. Perhaps. She stopped herself. The thought felt dangerous. Then she noticed something. Lin Kai was wincing slightly. His shoulder hurt. Probably from pushing her away earlier. Without saying anything, Shen Yue walked toward him. Lin Kai looked up. Then froze. Because Shen Yue sat beside him. Very close. Again. Seriously, what happened to personal space? Before he could react, her fingers gently touched his shoulder. Lin Kai immediately stiffened. Danger. 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 Shen Yue almost laughed. Honestly, his thoughts were becoming adorable. Does it hurt? She asked softly. A little. Her fingers carefully applied medicine to the injury. Gentle. Patient. Careful. Nothing like the cold woman described in the novel. Lin Kai couldn't help starring. Beautiful. The thought appeared naturally. Shen Yue's hand paused. For a second her heartbeat accelerated. Then Lin Kai continued thinking. Seriously beautiful. How did the original owner survive living beside this face? Shen Yue looked away slightly. The tips of her ears turned faintly red. Thankfully Lin Kai didn't notice. He was too busy being confused. Something's definitely wrong. Why is she treating me so nicely? Did saving her activate some hidden romance flag? The romance flag absolutely activated. Shen Yue silently admitted it. At least for her. Several minutes later the room became quiet. Lin Kai was already half asleep. The exhausting day finally caught up to him. Meanwhile Shen Yue remained awake. Watching him. Listening to his slowing thoughts. Then suddenly, Lin Kai spoke in his sleep. Very softly. Don't die. Shen Yue froze. His sleeping expression looked troubled. Please don't die. The words were barely audible. Yet they struck her heart harder than anything else. Even asleep. He was worried about her. A warmth spread through her chest. Slowly. Carefully. Shen Yue reached out and brushed a few strands of hair from his forehead. Then she whispered something she would never dare say while he was awake. Neither will you. The room fell silent. Moonlight illuminated the sleeping couple. And for the first time since hearing his thoughts, Shen Yue finally accepted the truth. This was no longer about curiosity. No longer about mystery. No longer about hearing his mind. Somewhere along the way, she had fallen in love. The realization terrified her. Because if Lin Kai ever discovered how deeply she cared, he might run even faster. And judging by the dozens of escape plans hidden throughout the mansion, that possibility was very real. Shen Yue sighed softly, then lay down beside him. A moment later she wrapped her arm around his waist. Possessively. Protectively. As if afraid he would disappear during the night. Half asleep Lin Kai unconsciously moved closer. His head rested lightly against her shoulder. Shen Yue's heart skipped a beat. A small smile appeared. For now, she would let him sleep. Tomorrow, however, she planned to investigate exactly who her mysterious husband really was. And why he knew the future. Because one thing was becoming clear. Lin Kai was hiding a secret big enough to change both of their lives. And Shen Yue intended to uncover every single piece of it. The morning after the charity gala felt strangely peaceful. For the first time in days, Lin Kai woke up without disaster. No collapsing chandeliers. No male lead. No emergency hospital visits. Just sunlight shining through the bedroom windows. Life was finally improving. Then he noticed something. Shen Yue was still asleep. Lin Kai froze. In the original story, Shen Yue always woke up before sunrise. She practically lived inside her office. Yet today she remained asleep beside him. Her long black hair covered part of her face. Without her usual cold expression, she looked surprisingly gentle. Honestly, she's really beautiful. The thought appeared naturally. On the pillow beside him, Shen Yue's lips curved slightly. She wasn't asleep anymore. She had been awake for several minutes. And yes, she heard everything. A pleasant warmth spread through her chest. Then Lin Kai's next thought arrived. Too bad she'll eventually fall for the male lead. The warmth disappeared instantly. Shen Yue slowly opened her eyes. Her mood dropped. Again, everything returned to that mysterious future. A future she hated more every day. Good morning. Lin Kai immediately sat upright. Morning. Shen Yue looked at him quietly. Then asked, do you really think I'll fall in love with someone else? Lin Kai nearly had a heart attack. What? I asked a question. Lin Kai sweated nervously. Why is she suddenly asking this? Did she guess something? Impossible. He forced a smile. Why would you ask that? Shen Yue watched him carefully. Because you've thought it 100 times already. Of course she couldn't say that aloud. Instead she simply replied. I was curious. Lin Kai relaxed slightly. Dangerous. Very dangerous question. I don't know, he answered vaguely. Shen Yue narrowed her eyes. She hated vague answers. Especially from him. Later that afternoon, Shen Yue attended an important business meeting. Normally she would focus entirely on work. Today, however, she found herself distracted. Because Lin Kai wasn't there. The conference room felt unusually quiet. A strange feeling settled in her chest. Something was missing. Halfway through the meeting, her secretary entered. President Shen. What is it? The secretary hesitated. Mr. Lin is currently shopping downtown. Shen Yue frowned. Shopping? Yes. The secretary awkwardly continued. And he's with a woman. Silence. The atmosphere instantly changed. Every executive lowered their heads. The room temperature seemed to drop. A woman. Shen Yue's fingers paused. Who? We don't know. A strange emotion immediately appeared. Sharp. Uncomfortable. Annoying. Jealousy. Shen Yue stood up. The executive stared in shock. Meeting postponed. Then she left. Everyone remained frozen. One executive whispered. Did President Shen just leave $1 billion meeting because of her husband? Nobody answered. Because that was exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Lin Kai was completely unaware of the approaching storm. He happily walked through a shopping mall. Beside him stood a beautiful young woman. She looked around 22 years old. Cheerful. Energetic. And currently laughing nonstop. Brother-in-law, you're even funnier than my sister described. Lin Kai sighed. Your sister has been slandering me. The girl laughed again. This was Shen Xiaoyu. Shen Yue's younger sister. Unlike the cold CEO, Xiaoyu was cheerful and friendly. The two had unexpectedly become friends. Then suddenly, the cheerful expression disappeared. Xiaoyu stared toward the mall entrance. Oh no. Lin Kai blinked. What? Slowly. Very slowly. He turned around. And nearly died. Because Shen Yue was standing there. Her expression looked calm. Too calm. The dangerous kind of calm. Why is she here? Xiaoyu immediately retreated. Good luck, brother-in-law. Traitor. Absolute traitor. Shen Yue walked toward them. Every step felt terrifying. When she finally arrived, her eyes landed on Xiaoyu. Then on Lin Kai. Then back to Xiaoyu. Only then did she speak. Shopping. Lin Kai nodded. Yeah. With a woman. Your sister. Shen Yue looked toward Xiaoyu. Xiaoyu raised both hands. In my defense, this is hilarious. Shen Yue ignored her completely. Instead she looked at Lin Kai. For several seconds neither spoke. Then, a realization hit her. The uncomfortable feeling from earlier. The irritation. The anxiety. The need to leave work immediately. All of it happened because she thought another woman was with him. And that could only mean one thing. Shen Yue slowly closed her eyes. This was bad. Very bad. Because she had officially become jealous. Over her own husband. The same husband she once wanted to divorce. Meanwhile Lin Kai misunderstood everything. Poor woman. She must be worried about her sister. Shen Yue opened her eyes again. Then she heard his next thought. Completely clueless. For the first time in years, the great Shen Yue felt genuinely helpless. How could someone be this dense? After the shopping mall incident, Shen Yue became strangely quiet. Very quiet. Too quiet. Which made Lin Kai nervous. Normally she would at least say something. Instead she simply brought him home. The entire drive passed in silence. Lin Kai sat beside her. Shen Yue looked out the window. Neither spoke. This is terrifying. Just yell at me if you're angry. Why is she so quiet? Shen Yue heard every word. Unfortunately, she didn't know what to say. Because for the first time in her life, she was afraid. Not of losing money. Not of losing status. Not of losing her company. She was afraid of losing him. And that realization scared her more than anything. That night rain poured heavily outside the mansion. Thunder echoed across the sky. Lin Kai sat alone in the living room reading a book. Or at least pretending to. His mind wasn't focused at all. The ending is getting closer. The original novel should have already reached the romance stage. But everything changed. Shen Yue never fell for Gu Yichen. The divorce never happened. Nothing followed the original story. Yet strangely, Lin Kai wasn't happy. Because the more things changed, the more attached he became. To this house. To this life. To her. Dangerous. Very dangerous. Across the room, Shen Yue quietly listened. Her heart skipped a beat. Attached. To her. Before she could think further, a loud thunderclap shook the mansion. Boom. The lights briefly flickered. Then unexpectedly, Lin Kai flinched. Shen Yue blinked. Did he just get scared? Another thunderclap followed. Boom. Lin Kai immediately looked toward the window. His expression became awkward. Shen Yue stared. Then slowly asked, Are you afraid of thunder? Lin Kai nearly choked. No. Boom. Another thunderclap. Lin Kai visibly jumped. It may be a little. For several seconds Shen Yue simply stared. Then something unbelievable happened. She laughed. Not loudly. Just enough to reveal the smile she usually hid. Lin Kai looked away. Embarrassing. A grown man scared of thunder. Great. Now she thinks I'm pathetic. Shen Yue's smile softened. Actually, she thought it was adorable. Later that night another storm arrived. This one wasn't outside. It was inside Lin Kai's heart. Because he had a dream. A memory from the original owner. A memory he had never seen before. In the dream, the original Lin Kai sat alone in a hospital room. Then, exhausted. Dying. Outside the room doctors whispered quietly. He doesn't have much time. The disease spread too far. There's nothing we can do. Then dream Lin Kai smiled sadly. His gaze rested on a photograph. A photograph of Shen Yue. Even while dying, the original owner still loved her. The scene changed. Days later, rain fell heavily. The original Lin Kai stood outside Shen Group headquarters, watching Shen Yue leave work. She looked exhausted, lonely, cold, and completely unaware he was there. The original owner smiled, then quietly walked away. Never approaching, never disturbing her, never asking for anything. The dream ended with one final sentence. A sentence spoken by the original Lin Kai. If possible, take care of her for me. Lin Kai woke up instantly. His heart pounded. The room was dark. Rain still fell outside. But for some reason, his eyes felt wet. The original owner never hated Shen Yue. Not even at the end. Unable to sleep, Lin Kai walked downstairs. The mansion was silent. Everyone slept. Everyone except one person. Shen Yue sat alone near the fireplace, reading documents. Even at midnight. Workaholic. The thought appeared automatically. Shen Yue glanced up. Can't sleep. Lin Kai nodded. Bad dream. For some reason he sat beside her. Not because she ordered him. Not because he had to. He simply wanted company. Several minutes passed quietly. Then Shen Yue spoke. Lin Kai. If one day. She hesitated. Something she almost never did. If one day you had a chance to leave. His heart skipped a beat. And leave. Yes. Her voice remained calm. But inside she felt nervous. If you could start a completely new life somewhere else. Would you go? Silence. Lin Kai looked toward the fireplace. A few months ago, his answer would have been immediate. Yes. Absolutely. Without hesitation. But now, his answer wasn't so simple. Finally he spoke honestly. I don't know. Shen Yue froze. Because for the first time, his thoughts matched his words. No lies. No excuses. Just honesty. Lin Kai continued quietly. Before I wanted nothing more than to leave. Shen Yue's fingers tightened slightly. Then he smiled. A small smile. A genuine one. But now I'm not sure. Her heart nearly stopped. Because she heard the rest of the sentence inside his mind. Because you're here. For several seconds neither moved. Neither spoke. The atmosphere felt different. Warmer. Closer. Then suddenly, Shen Yue stood up. Before Lin Kai could react, she hugged him. Not because she was jealous. Not because she wanted to stop him from leaving. Not because she was afraid. She hugged him because she wanted to. Simple as that. Lin Kai froze. His brain immediately stopped functioning. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Shen Yue buried her face against his shoulder. For once, she ignored his panic. Instead she quietly whispered. Then don't go. The words were soft. Barely audible. Yet they carried all the emotions she couldn't say directly. Lin Kai's heartbeat accelerated. Outside rain continued falling. Inside neither moved. And for the first time since arriving in this world, Lin Kai wondered something terrifying. What if I don't want to leave anymore? After the hug in the living room, everything changed. Not dramatically. Not overnight. But slowly. Naturally. Like ice melting beneath sunlight. For the next few days, Shen Yue spent more time at home. She came back earlier. She skipped unnecessary business dinners. Sometimes she even had breakfast with Lin Kai. To outsiders it looked normal. To Lin Kai, it felt terrifying. Because the closer they became, the harder it became to leave. And that scared him. Very much. One afternoon, Lin Kai was searching for a book inside the mansion library. While looking through old shelves, he accidentally found a photo album. Curious, he opened it. The first few pages contained wedding photos. The original Lin Kai looked genuinely happy. His smile was bright, full of hope. Meanwhile, Shen Yue looked beautiful as always. But her expression remained distant. Cold. Like someone attending a business meeting rather than a wedding. Lin Kai sighed. The original owner really loved her. More pages followed. Birthday photographs. Anniversary dinners. Family gatherings. And in almost every picture, the same pattern appeared. The original Lin Kai looked happy. Shen Yue looked indifferent. For some reason, his chest felt heavy. Poor guy. The original owner spent years loving someone who never looked back. A voice suddenly came from behind him. I know. Lin Kai froze. Slowly he turned around. Shen Yue stood nearby. Her gaze rested on the photographs. Her expression looked unusually complicated. For a long moment neither spoke. Then she quietly sat beside him. The photo album remained open between them. One page showed the original Lin Kai standing outside Shen Group headquarters. Holding an umbrella. Waiting. Waiting for hours just to drive his wife home. Shen Yue lowered her eyes. A painful memory surfaced. That night, she had ignored him completely. Instead she left with business partners. She remembered the rain. The cold weather. The way he smiled and said it was fine. At the time she hadn't cared. Now, the memory hurt. A lot. Several minutes passed. Then Shen Yue finally spoke. Do you know what kind of person I was? Lin Kai remained silent. She didn't need an answer. I thought work was everything. Her voice was calm. But her eyes weren't. I thought emotions were weaknesses. Another photograph appeared. The original Lin Kai holding a birthday cake. Standing alone. Waiting. Shen Yue remembered that day. She never came home. She forgot his birthday entirely. Yet he still smiled the next morning. As if nothing happened. The memory stabbed her heart. I was selfish. Lin Kai looked at her. For the first time, the proud CEO looked fragile. I always assumed he would stay. Her voice became quieter. Always. A painful silence filled the room. Because she was right. The original Lin Kai had always stayed. No matter how badly she treated him. No matter how cold she became. No matter how many times she ignored him. He remained. And because of that, she never appreciated him. Until it was too late. That evening Shen Yue sat alone in her office. A single file rested on her desk. The investigation report. The report she had secretly obtained weeks ago. The report showing the accident. The report showing the exact day everything changed. Her fingers slowly touched the page. Then she whispered something she had never dared say aloud. You're not the same Lin Kai. The office remained silent. Yet instead of fear, she felt relief. Because if this Lin Kai truly wasn't the original one, then perhaps she still had a chance. A chance to make things right. A chance to love someone properly. A chance to become the wife she should have been years ago. That night she found Lin Kai standing alone on the mansion balcony. The city lights sparkled below. A cool breeze moved through the air. Neither spoke immediately. Then Shen Yue stepped beside him. Beautiful view. Lin Kai nodded. Yeah. Several moments passed. Then unexpectedly, Shen Yue bowed her head. A small movement. But for someone like her, it meant everything. Lin Kai's eyes widened. What are you doing? Shen Yue's voice trembled slightly. The famous Shen Yue. The woman who never apologized. The woman who never admitted mistakes. Yet tonight, she couldn't stop herself. I'm sorry. Silence. Lin Kai froze. For a moment he wondered if he heard correctly. Shen Yue continued. I'm sorry for how I treated him. Her eyes slowly became red. The old Lin Kai. The words hit him like lightning. She knows. His heartbeat accelerated. She knows something. Shen Yue looked toward the city. Unable to face him. Because guilt consumed her. I never appreciated him. Her voice cracked. I never thanked him. Another tear formed. I never loved him the way he deserved. The tears finally escaped. Slowly running down her face. Lin Kai stood motionless. Because this wasn't the cold CEO anymore. This was simply a woman filled with regret. A woman realizing what she lost. And for some reason, that sight hurt. Very deeply. Then Shen Yue whispered. Sometimes I wonder. Her voice almost disappeared. If he hated me at the end. Lin Kai remembered the dream. The hospital room. The photograph. The final words. Take care of her for me. A lump formed in his throat. Then he answered softly. No. Shen Yue looked up. Confused. Lin Kai smiled gently. He didn't hate you. The certainty in his voice stunned her. How do you know? For several seconds Lin Kai remained silent. Then he answered. Because I know. Their eyes met. And suddenly, Shen Yue understood. Not everything. Not the full truth. But enough. Enough to realize the answer she had been searching for. The original Lin Kai was gone. The man standing before her now was someone else. Yet somehow, that truth didn't scare her. Because the person she loved was the one standing here now. Not the memory. Not the past. Him. This Lin Kai. The man who worried about her. Protected her. Made her laugh. Filled her lonely mansion with life. Then Shen Yue finally asked the question she'd been holding back for weeks. Who are you? The wind blew gently between them. Lin Kai looked toward the night sky. His heart pounded. The truth stood at the edge of his lips. And for the first time since arriving in this world, he wanted to tell her everything. The next morning Shen Yue couldn't stop thinking about Lin Kai's answer. He didn't hate you. The words echoed repeatedly inside her mind. For some reason, the certainty in his voice felt strange. Almost as if he knew. As if he had seen the original Lin Kai's final moments. But every time she tried to understand it, her thoughts returned to the same place. Fear. The fear of losing him. Again. Meanwhile, Gu Yichin sat inside his office. A folder rested on his desk. Inside were photographs. Photographs of Lin Kai. Meeting travel agencies. Looking at overseas flight schedules. Speaking with a real estate agent. To anyone else they meant nothing. But together, they painted a clear picture. Lin Kai was preparing to leave. Gu Yichin looked out the window. He wasn't a villain. He never wanted to hurt anyone. But for the first time in years, he wanted something for himself. And that something was Shen Yue. The woman he had slowly come to admire. If Lin Kai truly planned to leave, then perhaps he still had a chance. That afternoon, Gu Yichin arrived at Shen Group. He placed the folder on Shen Yue's desk. She frowned. What is this? Something you should see. Several minutes later, silence filled the office. Shen Yue slowly lowered the final photograph. Her expression became unreadable. A flight reservation. A passport renewal. A property inquiry in another city. Every piece of evidence pointed toward one thing. Lin Kai still intended to leave. Despite everything. Despite her efforts. Despite their growing feelings. Her chest hurt. Far more than she expected. Gu Yichin spoke softly. Maybe he's already made his decision. Shen Yue remained silent. He doesn't look like someone planning a future here. The words felt like knives. Because deep down, she knew they were true. Lin Kai had wanted to leave from the beginning. The only question was whether she had become important enough to make him stay. That evening Lin Kai returned home. The atmosphere felt strange immediately. Too quiet. Too cold. When he entered the living room, Shen Yue sat alone on the sofa. The folder rested on the table. His heart sank. So she knows. For several moments neither spoke. Then Shen Yue finally asked. Were you planning to leave? Straight to the point. Just like her. Lin Kai looked at the photographs. Then nodded. At first. Shen Yue's fingers tightened. At first. He sat across from her. For the first time there was no joke. No attempt to change the subject. Only honesty. When I first came into your life, leaving was all I wanted. Shen Yue lowered her eyes. The words hurt. More than she expected. Lin Kai continued quietly. I thought staying would only bring pain. Because that was the original story. A story where love ended in tragedy. A story where nobody was happy. But he couldn't explain that. So he simply smiled. A sad smile. Maybe I was afraid. Shen Yue remained silent. Then she asked the question she feared most. And now? The room became quiet. Lin Kai looked toward the window. Sunlight slowly disappeared beyond the horizon. Then he answered honestly. I don't know. The answer shattered her. Because uncertainty was sometimes worse than rejection. That night neither of them slept. Shen Yue remained inside her office. Lin Kai remained inside his room. Both lost in thought. Around midnight Lin Kai finally stood. Maybe this is how it should end. The original story wanted Shen Yue and Gu Yichin together. Perhaps forcing things only made everything harder. He looked around the room. The room that no longer felt unfamiliar. The room that had become home. Then he quietly packed a suitcase. Not because he wanted to leave. Because he believed it was the right thing to do. Before leaving, he placed a letter on the bedside table. A simple letter. Nothing dramatic. Nothing complicated. Just words from the heart. Shen Yue. Thank you. For giving me a place to belong. For every breakfast. For every argument. For every moment. Maybe I was never supposed to stay. But these memories are enough. Take care of yourself. And try not to work until midnight every day. Lin Kai. He smiled softly. Then left. At 6 in the morning, Shen Yue entered the bedroom. The room was empty. Her heart immediately skipped a beat. Then she saw the letter. And everything changed. The moment she finished reading it. Years of regret crashed into her. The original Lin Kai waiting in the rain. The birthday she forgot. The anniversary she ignored. The countless times she chose work over him. The countless times she assumed he would always stay. Back then, she never chased after him. Never fought for him. Never stopped him. And eventually, she lost him. Now history was repeating itself. The realization broke something inside her. For the first time in years, tears fell freely. No. Her voice trembled. No. She grabbed her keys and ran. Not walked. Not hurried. Ran. At the airport, Lin Kai stood near the departure gate. His suitcase rested beside him. People moved around him. Flights departed. Announcements echoed overhead. Yet his heart felt strangely empty. Then suddenly, a familiar voice shouted his name. Linkai. His eyes widened. The entire terminal turned toward the sound. Shen Yue stood near the entrance. Breathing heavily. Hair slightly messy. Eyes red. The powerful CEO who always appeared perfect looked completely unrestrained. She ran toward him. Without caring who watched. Without caring what people thought. Without caring about anything. Then she stopped directly in front of him. For several seconds. Neither spoke. Then Shen Yue grabbed his shirt. Tightly. As if afraid he would disappear. Her voice trembled. I already lost one Lin Kai. His heart stopped. I won't lose another. The words carried years of regret. Years of loneliness. Years of emotions she never expressed. Tears filled her eyes. I don't care about fate. Her grip tightened. I don't care about what was supposed to happen. Another tear fell. I don't care if everyone tells me I'm wrong. Then finally. The words she should have said long ago. The words she wanted to say now. The words she never wanted to keep hidden again. I love you. Silence. The airport disappeared. The crowd disappeared. Everything disappeared. Only the two of them remained. Lin Kai stared at her. This woman. The woman he once feared. The woman he wanted to escape. The woman who slowly became the most important person in his life. And suddenly, the future no longer mattered. The original story no longer mattered. Nothing mattered except this moment. A smile appeared on his face. Then he gently pulled her into his arms. I'm not going anywhere. Shen Yue finally broke. Years of loneliness vanished. Years of regret vanished. For the first time, she allowed herself to be happy. 6 months later, the divorce papers were gone. Destroyed. Forgotten. Shen Group continued to thrive. Gu Yichen remained a respected friend. And every evening, no matter how busy she became, Shen Yue always returned home. Because someone was waiting for her. One sunset, the two sat together on the mansion balcony. The same place where they once spoke about leaving. Now neither wanted to go anywhere. Shen Yue rested her head on Lin Kai's shoulder. The city light sparkled below. Peaceful. Warm. Home. Lin Kai smiled. For the first time since arriving in this world, he had stopped worrying about the future. Because he finally understood something. A future wasn't something you escaped from. It was something you built. Together.